All right, this is from my dad. I'm going to explain all of this shit. This is why I got attacked. I've been dropping this type of information for a while and I've been bringing it out on different sites. What he says, listen to him. And this is off of Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. Listen to what he says. This is from my keke. Peace be upon him. I'm gonna bring him with us and all that. Ashe on that. All right. Listen to exactly what he says and confer with this, right?
I decided to show the world who was the real target of the pandemic called COVID. So I put it up. The American Diabetes Association just published that 40% of all COVID-19 deaths in America were in diabetics only. That's the largest percentage of anybody who died from COVID are diabetics worldwide. So I put up on the screen, the American Diabetes Association admits that 40% of all COVID deaths came from diabetics. All right, so let's introduce you to American Diabetes Association's mission statement and how long they've been around.
How long?
Since 1939 is when they were founded. And their mission statement is, we provide research to manage, cure, and prevent diabetes. That's their mission statement. So I went like this. How are they doing after 84 years?
How many? Where were we at in 1939?
So we just finished 4 years, and almost half everybody that died were diabetics in America. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So how are they doing with their prevention and cure of diabetes? They've been researching for 84 years. I put up on the screen a chart that the American Diabetes Association shows that in 1980, 41 years later, after that organization was set up and collecting donations and research for diabetes to cure it and prevent it, I showed in 2010 they published on a bar graph that there was 5.5 million Americans with diabetes in 1980.
How many?
There was 5.5 million Americans with diabetes in 1980.
Okay.
They show it all the way to 2010. 2010, it's 21 million Americans are diabetics. And then I showed, what is it right now in 2023? It's actually 38.4 million now. That's almost double in 13 years.
Yeah,
the whole chart just goes straight like this.
Through
So I
the
showed the numbers and
vaccines.
highlighted. I said, this is an organization committed for 84 years to prevent and cure diabetes. Are they working? Are they figuring it out?
So what he's trying to tell you is, look, they'll make corporations in the name of trying to help and heal you, but like the devil works, like Shaitan works, it is the exact opposite. Just because they put the name on there, it confuses you. And obviously the numbers will show you. If you are curing and healing people, then that will show. And numbers shouldn't be doubled and tripled, okay? These corporations are more than Satan. Let him talk more.
And then I showed that the World Health Organization just published that in the next 27 years, they expect 1.31 billion people on Earth to be diabetic, which these people didn't know it. Y'all don't either. Right now, there's only 500 million. They expect 2.5 times that in the next 27 years. So I went like this. All right, so you're an organization. For 84 years, you've been researching and creating products to cure and prevent diabetes. How well are they doing after 84 years? And I wanted to know, since 2010 to now, 2023, how much money has been donated to the American Diabetes Association
That's a great
to
question.
suck at curing diabetes? That's exactly what I put on the screen. How much have they been given to suck 100% at preventing COVID or preventing diabetes? So I put up every single Form 990 from the IRS, which they declare all revenue given to the American Diabetes Association every year since 2010. And I showed every single one of them and highlighted in red. Look at the red square. This is the amount of money donated every year. 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And then I showed the total.
And?
The total is $2.5 billion has given to the American Diabetes Association. In the same time frame, they have doubled the amount of diabetes in this country.
You know, there's not a lot of, you can't be an NFL coach, not win a game every year, and keep getting raises.
And then I showed them. The American Diabetes in 1939 said they're committed to preventing and curing diabetes. How close are they? And I put up the American Diabetes Association's website, and it says, what is a cause of diabetes and the cure? It actually says, there is no known cure for diabetes, period. I showed them the overall. I said, wait a minute. We've been giving this organization for 84 years billions of dollars to solve one problem.
Yes.
And then I said on the screen, how many of you do you think would be paid by your employer for 84 years to solve a problem specific to your audiences and customer base, and you never came up with a solution for 84 years? Would you still have a job?
No way.
And they all said, you would be fired. That was the next thing I was
absolutely.
No,
In the
you would
first
be fired. You wouldn't have
week,
a job.
bitch.
So this is when I showed them how much money they've been given. Then I showed a list. Currently, the medical profession actually has a list of all incurable diseases they know of. And on that list is cancer. So my last part of this presentation was, well, if cancer's still not curable, how long has the American Cancer Society been
Hold up.
donations and
This is why they came after Dr. Sebi, because and he went to the court in New Jersey. They said, nah, you ain't curing these people. He brought everybody that he cured their doctor's papers and brought them into the court to shut up these organizations like WHO. All right, because obviously, like what they're presenting, they're not in the business of curing you. There was another doctor on the homestead speaking about that he had to step down from being a doctor because it's not the doctors that are allowed to diagnose you. It is the insurance companies, and the insurance companies make sure that you're dosed up on all these drugs that make you feel like a zombie and do this, that, and the third. So he had to step down and open up his homestead and continue his practice himself to really cure people. Also, earlier in this video, you can go to Off Grid with Doug and Stacy to watch the whole thing. He's talking about how they spliced the DNA. In 2018 and 2019, I got information on this in other places, and it was actually true. They were telling us that this mark of the beast that's coming before 2020 is going to be called chimeras. I believe I put some of this is on my website, lmrtv.net, and people didn't believe it. They say, oh, conspiracy this, conspiracy that. Okay, cool, right? So how come when they call this stuff conspiracy theory, y'all say, oh yeah, y'all blah, say blah, you don't listen. And then years later, they come up with the facts saying, oh yeah, them conspiracy theorists were right. You should have listened to them. Y'all are dumb. Y'all are stupid and y'all are sheep. But the innocent people don't deserve to die like that. They really don't. They need to know who's behind it. And now that you know that it's these major corporations that are behind it, it is the health organizations that are behind it, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to change what you do? Are you going to stop going to them? Or are you going to remain dependent on them like they're your number one dealer? They're your number one pusher.
research to look for a cure for cancer.
What year?
They started in 1913.
Really?
And then I showed just the last 3 years worth of donations to the American Cancer Society, who publishes there is no cure for cancer. I just showed them.
Over a century,
$4.5 billion have been donated in the last 3 years alone to a cancer organization who has no effing clue yet how to solve the problem.
And what's on the high right now? Cancer, right? What's the video I had just dropped recently? Somebody talking about steel on there. I dropped on the video that this thing on here has cancer. And then I'm hearing about so many. Peace be upon my unc, right? All in these recent years to the bullshit that these organizations is doing. This is worse than what people is doing in the street. Yo, it is so crazy how they're getting away with this. It's so crazy. No liability, smile in your face, and they're still. Who is donating this type of money? Where's it? How are you donating this money to them? How are they getting y'all? Like sometimes you can't. You could try to save sheep, but the sheep is doing it to themselves and then doing it to the rest of the people. Like, yo, the way they got y'all, man, is crazy.
They've created an organization to research. So I set up on the screen, and everybody watching at home, please, for the love of God, stop giving money to the American Cancer Society, American Diabetes Association, any medical foundation. There is no known published cures of any of them. And we're giving them billions of dollars, and they are continuing to allow the problem.
Hold on, real quick. When y'all be calling us conspiracy theorists, listen to what he's saying. Go look it up for yourself and see with your own eyes. And then once you see it, if you don't know how to read, ask the next person next to you to read. They don't know how to read, find somebody that knows how to read and understands what they're reading, okay? To comprehend. And then once you see it and you realize that it's the truth, do not deny it. Come up here and do something different.
They're professing to be looking for a fix, man. They're not interested in that. So I put up on the screen, you want to donate your money to somebody? Donate to the Healing for the Ages group. That's 4 doctors who in 2024 will start doing research studies and proving to you we can reverse diabetes and cancer. And it's not going to cost billions of dollars. You just tell all your corporations and yourself, you want to make donations? Go to this donate button at healingfortheages.com. We, in January, are all meeting in Arizona to discuss the research studies we're going to do in preparation for our September conference. And we're going to bring those people up that we helped cure and reverse.
Man, donate to me. Y'all stupid as donate to me. You could donate to him too. Donate to me. Like what? How about this? Overall?